Hello, this is Paul Nelson with Western Sport Floors, Wyoming Wood Floors, coming to you from Missoula, Montana. And Mr. Aaron, is it Rittenour?
It's Rittenour.
Rittenour with me today.
Yep.
Aaron, you've had some interesting experiences in that you've spent a significant amount of time, by significant,
6 months.
you spent 6 months over a period of 3 separate trips to India. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yep, to India.
And we were traveling recently. You work with our company, and you were explaining to me the caste system. The caste system in India is very real.
Yes.
Anyone that doubts it, could you please briefly explain the caste system? Or not anyone that doubts it, but anyone that maybe isn't familiar with it.
For sure, for sure. Well, yeah, like Paul said, I've spent 6 months in India. Actually, the beginning of 2020, I'm going to be heading back to India once again for a month. And I travel around the world. I'm a videographer. I do videos for nonprofit organizations, mostly is what I do. Paul and I were having a conversation about the caste system and how the caste system works in India. And if you're not familiar with the caste system, basically what it is there's about over 3,000 different castes, and they're different levels. If you're a high caste, you are high in society. If you're low caste, you're low in society. But when you're in a low caste, you can't get a high caste job. So you can't get a job at a bank. Most of the time, those higher caste jobs you cannot get. In fact, I'm sure you probably can't go to college if you're a low caste. You are supposed to be working in the fields. You're supposed to be working, in low caste work. I found out that if you're a high caste, you can't work a low caste job. You're expected to work a high caste job. So if your parents can't afford to send you to college to do a high caste job.
So if your parents are a high caste couple,
yep,
but for whatever reason they haven't made big money in their high caste, then what happens?
You're sort of screwed as a young person because you can't just go and get a job at a farm as a farmer. You can't get low caste jobs most of the time. And the caste system is slowly changing over time, and I'm sure eventually the caste system won't exist anymore. But right now it's very real in their society, and it causes a huge amount of unrest and a lot of bickering, fighting between different castes.
And you said it, and as you said, it's far worse for the low caste, but it doesn't even particularly serve the higher caste people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it serves the higher caste more than the lower caste, and I think that's one of the reasons why the caste system stays alive, because the government continues to support the caste system.
So the discussion that Aaron and I had, and kind of the reason for this video, is that we're very happy that in the United States we don't have a caste system. Not just theoretically, but very much in practice. We've all seen it. People that have maybe come from humble beginnings, worked hard, got an education, started a business, got a good job, whatever their path was, and bettered themselves throughout their lifetime. That isn't just a theory. Many, many people have done that. But what Aaron and I were talking about is that there are decisions that you can make along the way, even in the United States, that effectively put you in a low caste, or at least make it much more difficult for you to continue up that economically, that economic ladder.
Absolutely, yep.
And so I made a short list of them, but in no particular order, things that you could do that would hurt your chances of getting a better job, of getting into a good college, of starting a business, of once you have a business, being able to get a contract, if you will. And so my list in no particular order is a DUI. It just makes everything more, if you get stopped and convicted of driving while you're intoxicated, your insurance rates skyrocket. Well, first of all, you're going to spend some time in jail, likely, which might lead to your job being terminated, or if you're in business, certainly a cease and desist of your business activities while you're in jail. Any kind of criminal activity for the same reasons. Just coming right down the list of things that we talked about, a face tattoo. And so many people will say, well, I have every right to do that. Well, absolutely you have every right to do it. And some employer may have every right not to hire you for that face tattoo, because that isn't the image that they want to project to their customers. Smoking. Now, there's going to be people that don't agree with that, but the fact of the matter is, at some level, that shows you as a low-class person. I wrote down drug addiction and alcoholism, both monstrously detrimental to positive economic change in anyone's life. These bad decisions will prevent you from going to college, having opportunities, maybe marrying the spouse that you want to marry, or getting into a club, or many, many things throughout society when you engage in this kind of behavior. Lying, cheating, and stealing. Just somebody that can't be trusted is not somebody that's going to, you're going to put yourself by those decisions into a lower caste system.
Yeah, I agree, Paul. I think we are extremely lucky, extremely blessed to be living in a society where we get to choose what level we are at. It is our own decision. And I like what you told me. We were having a conversation the other day, and you were talking to me about how your life is like a ladder, and there's only two ways to be going. You're either going up or you're going down. And if you go down, you have to go past those rungs you've already been on to get back up.
Talking about this video, Aaron and I spent quite a bit of time, because we drive together a lot,
yes.
So plenty of time to talk as we're driving between jobs. But we talked about it's also impossible to stay still. You're either climbing up the rungs or you're going down the rungs. Classic example is the guy or gal that is 24 years old, still living in mom's basement, playing video games, doing nothing.
Yeah.
That person is not actually standing still.
No, and they may think that they're standing still. The common phrase is, well, I'm stuck in one place. That's not true. If you're stuck, you're actually going down.
Either climbing those rungs or you're going down those rungs.
Yep.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Paul, for having me on.
You bet, and elucidating us about the India caste system, and just a little discussion about there's still a caste system here in the United States. We just get to choose.
Yes, we do.
For Western Sport Floors, Wyoming Wood Floors, this is Paul Nelson.